Good afternoon, John Coleman families. My name is Mrs. Brown and I'm the principal here at JCE. This is my 24th year in education and my 6th year as the principal here at John Coleman. I am married to Jason Brown, who is the assistant principal at Eagleville School, and we have 2 kiddos. One is 21, living in Murfreesboro, and our daughter is going into the 6th grade at Eagleville School, and her name is Emily. I'm super excited for this school year. Our theme to welcome all of our families and our students back is The Adventure Begins. We are looking forward to having a really successful school year, and I wanted to share a few announcements with you that would be really important throughout the year. First is arrival. Our school doors open every day at 6:45, and that allows our buses to be dropped off and come on in, as well as our car rider line in the back of the building. Car riders do not arrive in the front of the line except for our voluntary pre-K classes, and they come after the school day begins. So please remember that you just come right on in campus and come around back for the car rider line. If you happen to arrive after 7:30, you're going to need to drive your child back around to the front of the building and check them in with our front office, because our students are expected to be inside the building and seated in their classroom at 7:30. Dismissal begins at 2:30 in the afternoon, and we do not allow parents or guardians to check children out after 2 p.m. It gets really chaotic and hairy, and we just want to make sure that all the students are where they're supposed to be and that they get there safely. So we just ask that you please do not check your child out after 2 p.m. Also want to remind you that there is a law about being on your cell phone in the car rider line. It is illegal to be on the phone during the car rider arrival and drop off, so just please avoid that so that no one gets in any trouble that way. Also, we want to make sure that if you are a car rider in the afternoon, that you do not arrive before 2:05. That's our time last year to start picking up kiddos in the main building, and that will also be our time this year because 2 of our VPK classes are dismissing in the back before that. So don't arrive before 2:05 or you'll get stuck in the VPK line and be asked to rotate around, and that will not be fun. You'll get stuck in the traffic. Walkers. Let's talk about walkers for just a moment. Walkers will be walked from the main building to the sidewalk right out in front of the school building and be allowed to walk from there home. If you plan to meet your child there with a vehicle, you are considered a car rider, and you will need to get a car rider tag and jump in the car rider line. So don't get upset if we see that and we ask you to do that. It's just for children's safety. Walkers may definitely walk from the school building to their home, but they may not be picked up by a car. Of course, unless it rains, that would be an exception. Lunch forms. So we have nutritional forms during our online registration process that we ask you to complete. Those lunch forms really help us identify any students that may need free or reduced lunch, and that also provides additional funding for our school, for our employees, some of our employees that help our students, as well as different programs it funds our students. So I encourage you to fill that out. If you have not filled out one of the lunch forms, your teachers can provide a hard copy for you, and we really hope that you take advantage of that opportunity. It also helps out for field trips. You will be exempt from having to pay a fee to go on the field trips this year. Class Dojo. Class Dojo is our main form of communication here at JCE because it translates into so many languages for you. You have direct contact with your teachers as well as the nurse on Dojo. So please utilize that form of communication as your main form of communication as well. But please do give the teachers 24 hours to respond to you. It feels like a text message when you're instantly messaging on Dojo, but our teachers are teaching during the school day except during their planning, and then they're off duty for lunch. So we want to make sure and respect their time. They're going to get back to you within 24 hours. Also, I wanted to let you know a change this year is that Mrs. Amamali, the assistant principal, nor myself will be accessible through Dojo. I will be posting on Dojo, but I need all communication to come through my email or call the school at 615-904-6740 and just ask to speak with me. They'll either leave a message and I'll call you back, or they'll send you right through on my phone line. So thank you for that support as I change over to that. Also, if you do come on campus for a visit to eat lunch with your students or to check a child out early, you will be required to show a government issued ID. That is a policy here in Rutherford County. It's very important that we make sure all of our students are safe. So be sure to put who you would like to pick up on your child's emergency contact. Please make sure that those people who may come on campus to pick up your child besides yourself are aware that we are going to ask them to show a government issued ID. I feel like there is one more thing that I needed to tell you. Let me pause for just one moment and make sure I don't miss anything. Yes, lunch on campus. Lunch on campus, if you would like to come on campus and eat the cafeteria lunch, you may do so after Labor Day. That lets us work out all the kinks in the lunch lines, get everybody used to where they're going, and just make sure that that's a smooth transition for everyone before we start bringing in visitors. We do make reservations for lunch on campus, and that's made in the front office. So after Labor Day, you will certainly be allowed to come on campus and have lunch with your kiddos. So don't forget about that opportunity if you want to take a special day and just come and eat lunch with your kiddos. We do ask that you do not bring lunch from outside the school building like Sonic or McDonald's or things like that. Please plan to come and either eat a lunch brought from home or the school cafeteria lunch. That would be awesome. That just helps us make sure that all the students are eating appropriately and making sure that as you eat lunch, you're going to be eating in an area where other students can see before you head into before they head into the cafeteria. And we just want to keep everybody on the same page about what we are and are not allowed to have at John Coleman on campus. All right, I think that's the big pieces. A little bit about me. I'm so excited to start this school year and this adventure with you guys. If you need anything, please do not hesitate to email me at brownc@rcschools.net, or you can call the school number at 615-904-6740. I look forward to having a great school year. Thank you. Bye-bye.